Hey y'all, Courtney Lyons here with Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, and I know that the orientation of this is probably going to be cut off a little bit. I thought I'd keep it kind of the same though for the whole video, but today we are going to be talking about how to destash your kits that you don't want anymore. It can kind of be a process, and this is going to be pretty technical. I'm going to get into detail so that you guys can go on and actually destash your kits if you want. There's going to be quite a few different options. So let's go ahead and get started. So there are a few ways you can destash. So I'm just kind of going to give you an overview of what we're going to talk about, and then I'm going to go into the whole thing. So to start with, packaging. I am going to talk about packaging because it's important to know how to package first. Also going to go over the places that you can destash it. There is Facebook. Sorry, it's warm in here. So there's Facebook, there's Mercari, there's eBay, there's Poshmark. I'm not going to go over Poshmark. I don't think that Poshmark doesn't work well with selling kits because people don't buy on Poshmark as much because the shipping is a little bit higher. There just doesn't seem to be as much of a market there, but it is an option, so I just wanted to throw that out there. eBay, people love eBay. It works fairly well. It really does. It's fairly secure. Same with Mercari. eBay and Mercari are really great. Facebook, you're going to be able to destash either through Facebook Marketplace or from destash groups. And I would recommend destash groups over Marketplace because you're going to get more of a market for your kits rather than on Marketplace. And they're looking for shipping. But if you are looking for having it be sent, like don't have to ship, then Marketplace is a good place to start. You could try selling it on Marketplace first, and if it doesn't work, then you can, like if you don't get any takers, then you can try like Destash or something like that. So we'll talk about that. I'm gonna walk you through posting for each one, and that's why we're gonna have this orientation, because I am going to record my screen on my phone, and so because of that it just has this orientation. So I'm going to try to make it so that I zoom it in a little bit so it doesn't have all the black on the side here, but unfortunately that's just the way that's going to work on this. And then I wanted to talk to you about shipping in particular. So you can use Pirate Ship or go through other things. Mostly I'm going to be talking you through Pirate Ship because it really is kind of the best option out there. If you are using eBay or Mercari, you don't have to worry about shipping because they do their own shipping and you can print off the label. So that's kind of the overview. Let's go ahead and get started. I am going to start you off on Facebook Marketplace first, then Facebook destash groups, because those really are the best places to start off, and then Mercari and eBay. So yeah. All right, I am going to turn it to a sideways view just for a bit because I wanted to show you what I have. So I have right here my diamond painting box that's going to fit this diamond painting in it. So that will fit perfectly. You can use all sorts of boxes. You can get some from the post office. I believe you can even get some for free, but I'm not sure that they're the right sizes, or you can get tubes. Honestly, I think enough of us, if you're destashing, it means you probably have diamond painting boxes. And if you haven't already, I would recommend saving these, because if you inevitably have something you want to destash, it's nice to hang on to them, and so you don't have to buy a box. I have the perfect size right here. And then tape, obviously, because you're going to need to tape on labels and you're going to need to tape the boxes together. This is the kit I'd like to destash. It's a Hannah Lynn Autumn Stroll. I recently decided a little bit against Hannah Lynn. I have one that I am going to keep. The rest I am destashing, which I didn't have very many to begin with. I've already destashed one. Here's another one that I'm going to destash, and then I have a beautiful 12 Days of Christmas one that I got from a viewer that I will be working on, hopefully coming up soon in July. Thank you so much again, Dawn. Okay, so we're also going to need a piece of paper and a pen. I like to get a bold pen so that it's easily seen. So let me show you what I'm going to do with this really fast. as of right now, this is the 10th. I'm going to put on here the 11th because I'll post all this tomorrow. So it's important that you put the date, and it's important that this is handwritten and not put on, not typed out and printed out. So and this is for reasons of making sure that that this is not a scam for when you put this on Destash and stuff like that. So today is it is the 6th. Sorry, this is very hard to write with me holding the camera. The 11th, 24, with your name on it. And we'll get to that in a bit. Oh my goodness, hold on. All right, I figured you might as well just show it to you after the fact, rather than having to see me struggle through that. So what you're going to do is you're going to have a picture ready, because all of these, no matter what you're doing, it's so much, you have to have a picture of the actual kit. So you can't just go take a stock photo from the internet. A stock photo means going to the actual site where these are sold and then just taking a screenshot of some sort and then posting that. That's really against the rules on all of it. You need to show your actual kit, and that's just to make sure that you're legit and for sure selling something, that you actually own this kit that you're going to sell. And then I would recommend taking a picture long ways, like this rather than horizontal, how I have it right now, of the kit. It doesn't have to be the whole kit. It can be like this, where you have this and then the picture. You could even take the whole thing out and take a picture. I think most people, though, it just depends on the kit. This is a really well-known kit, or if you don't even have them in the box. So let's go ahead and move over. I'm going to show you my next step. And yes, I'm gonna tape up this box really fast first, though. All right, here is my kit inside my box. I did forget to point out that you're going to need packing material. You want to have everything in the kit that you're going to have when you're about to ship it, because next step is that we're going to weigh it, which is really, really important, because you need to be able to, for shipping, have the weight, correct weight. So hopefully you have a bathroom scale to weigh this. You could always go into UPS or some other store and they can weigh it for you. I think most people have a bathroom scale, which for this works fine. All right, I did also want to point out that if you have it on Facebook Destash, because you'll be doing shipping and using Pirate Ship, if you're doing more than one kit, you might run into the problem where someone orders like 3 kits from you. So you're going to need to get a different, bigger box and then weigh that according to their address. So this getting the weight and stuff beforehand is pretty specific to eBay and Mercari, because if you do post multiple kits on eBay or Mercari, especially Mercari, you can make it so that you can either make a new listing with a new weight of new packaging and stuff like that, or oftentimes they'll just combine shipping, if that makes sense. But then you will have to repackage it anyway. But this is important because most of the time people are going to buy one because they're looking for a specific kit. So just keep that in mind as we are going through this. What will happen if somebody decides to buy more than one kit? Often a kitchen scale works for smaller items, but for diamond painting kits, they're heavy enough that they will show up on a scale. So I'm going to pack this in. All right, now that I know that's 2 pounds, I'm just gonna use the back of this paper to have this. I don't need this anymore. I already took the picture, so I'm gonna use it for other kits. So it is 2 pounds. Now, you guys are gonna laugh. My kids totally pulled this whole thing out, and I haven't had a chance to put it all back together. So it still works as a measuring tape. And you can see right here that this box is this is really important to get the dimensions, 26 inches in length. So it's a 26, sorry, I get my toes in the picture, 26 by, it's usually like a 4 by do it this way too. Just the dimensions, a 6, and then it should be right here. Okay, this one's actually a 5 by 6. So 26 by 5 by 6. So that's all I need for shipping. And obviously the addresses eventually. But for now, that's all I need for shipping. So we'll hang on to that so I don't lose it. And yeah, that is it for getting ready to have it packaged. You're going to need all that information. At first, especially with Mercari and eBay, you need to input that first. And then, but for the Facebook stuff, that's kind of going to be after the fact, after you've figured out who it is. But it's nice to already have it so you don't have to scramble. Might as well have this ready beforehand, before you have a taker. Here we are. I'm opening up my Facebook. You're going to see a lot of things kind of blurred out because this is my personal Facebook and my personal friends probably don't want their stuff shared online. So I did want to point out, okay, so we're going to come right down here and I'll try, it's going to take a lot of editing. I'll try to point it out. We're going to come down here to this tab. At the very bottom, you can see home, video, friends, marketplace, notifications, menu, oops. And then I'm going to click on marketplace. So here we're at a marketplace. This is what is around my area. And you can see what's here. You can come up here to the search bar on the top right. You can search diamond paintings. And you can see diamond paintings that are available, that are local to me. Whoops. So, but to do our own diamond paintings, we are going to come down here. So back to marketplace. We're going to come over here. Do you see the big marketplace at the very top left? Right underneath is going to be sell. And you can see I have one active listing pending. I don't remember. I think it's like homeschool stuff. So I'm going to come over here to create a listing for one item. So I know it says multiple items right underneath. You don't want that unless you want separate listings. So really it is multiple listings because you really can just have all of however many kits you have put right here. So let's come over here and just put one item. And you're going to start by adding your photos and videos. I don't have a video, but I do to the right at the top right up here, you're going to see add photos / video. So I'm going to add my video that I have. Here's all my stuff. And add my picture. Let's see, you can come over here too to edit, and you can rotate it. And really, something like this, you only need the one picture. Title, a good title for this is going to be, I would call it's Autumn Stroll, right? And did I just forget the name of this? Let me click on this again. Yeah, Autumn Stroll. Okay. So, Diamond Art Club, which is one of the most searched, so you're going to want to do that. Diamond Art Club, Hannah Lynn, Autumn Stroll. Price, for pickup, you just do it for whatever the correct price for. So this is a discontinued kit, and because of that, it does go for a higher price. I know that a lot of you guys, and it depends on too what you prefer, but a lot of people are like, well, they should sell it for what you bought it for. Yes and no. Like, if you bought something for the purpose of reselling it, then that's wrong. You can't go buy something from Diamond Art Club knowing it's going to sell out and then go and price gouge it and sell it for $100 later, because it will go for that a lot of times. Not this one in particular, but just something will go for a lot higher price, especially if it's discontinued quickly after you've bought it, which is so hard to I think it would be really hard to guess which ones, but some of them you really can guess. And for that reason, people, like you're gonna get cut off from Diamond Art Club so fast. So don't do that. It's not right. People who are actually wanting the kit to do the kit, that's not fair to them. So what you need to do is price it. Just don't do that in general, but do price it for what market price is going for. So I've seen Hannah Lynn like this. It's going from about $60 to $80. I'm going to put it for, let's just start at 70. I do start a little higher because sometimes you will lower the price as you go. And I can see that being an issue for some people. I used to be a reseller, so things like this, it made sense. Like, it just makes sense to set it at not a higher one in general, like not necessarily just higher, but just at market price, about where you want it minus, or like you're going to want it at a certain spot where you're comfortable lowering the price at least a little bit for if it needs to sell or if someone haggles with you. So you don't want to start off on lowest price. It just doesn't make sense to. Because you don't want to lose money on these kits either, because they do sell for what you can get it for. So that's why something like this, $70, is a good market price that is fair, that is not price gouging. Once again, don't just buy a kit to turn around like that. That's wrong. But I bought this kit with the intention of doing it. I've hung on to it. I realized I need to destash some things, and I realized this is not one that I would prefer to do. So that's why I am destashing this. Okay, so all that hopefully made sense. It is a new kit, and usually if a package is opened for most other things, you would say used like new. But with the Diamond Art Club, it's going to be different. You will put new, because it has not been. It's kind of iffy. You can do new, you can do used like new, but just with diamond paintings, you want to be careful saying used, because people will think you've started it when really it's a new kit. It's been opened, but it's new. So, description. So we're going to have to go through the description. I would copy, I would do the same thing on the description for everything if you want to cross-post it. So I would copy and paste. Let's come up here. First, you're going to repeat what you have here. This is a Diamond Art Club Hannah Lynn Autumn Stroll. And then you're going to want to say the condition of the kit. So this has been opened. This kit has been opened. And then for me, I will say this kit. I don't even know if I have shown this on my channel. I think I have. But this kit has been opened. I think I have. This kit has been opened to show on my channel. Not Chanel. Why did it do that? This kit has been opened to show on my channel. It is new, but opened. No drills. Let's see. It is new, but opened. No toolkit unless requested. That's important to say, because some people do want to get certain, like especially some of the older ones, they're looking to see if it has a toolkit so that they can get their better chances on getting pink tweezers. But usually if you are looking for pink tweezers, you're going to want to go for an unopened one, because most people have opened it, and then they'll rearrange the toolkit to give away what they're not going to use. So no toolkit unless requested. If you are going to put it in other places, you would say cross-posted. With, oh my gosh, there we go. Cross-posted. You're going to want to say, so this is a cat-friendly home, smoke-free. So change that for what's for you, like dog friendly, or if it's a smoking home, especially if it's a smoking home, because I did get a couple of kits from someone on Facebook, and they said they didn't say anything about smoke free or anything like that, and I should have checked. And when I got them in, they had obviously had been from a smoking home. And so when I messaged her about it and been like, I really would like to return these because we have asthma here and we don't do well with smoking home things that have smoke on them, especially something that we're working with quite a bit. But she said that there was no smoking in their home, and I could tell there was from the smell, which, you know, to each their own. Like, that's not any judgment on a smoking home. You just need to put that in there because some people just don't want that smell. So cross-posted, cat-friendly, smoke-free home. We do want to post that so that this is new requested. I highly recommend using PayPal for anything on Facebook. Mercari and eBay are different because they have their own stuff in check, and that if someone doesn't end up sending you a kit, they can redo, you have more insurance on there. For Facebook, Messenger Marketplace or the Destash groups, you need to make sure you go through PayPal. And not the PayPal friends and family, but the PayPal, like the other part of PayPal. So you will get a little bit of a fee taken away when you use this PayPal, and we'll get into that when we go through that. Just because that's the insurance of if anything were to happen. Like if they were to say, oh, I never got my kit, there's like dispute here or there. So anyway, and it can go through PayPal. So PayPal only. And then I would say you can ship it through Marketplace. I wouldn't recommend it, but you'll see here we'll add shipping to the other one, saying we'll use Pirate Ship. So I would put the $70 or best offer. Sorry for the train back there. You can see OBO, which means or best offer. So that means you're willing to take someone's offer. I like to put that because then people are more willing to buy something. Or you could say, so $70 price set. Or what's the other way to say it? Price non-negotiable, you could say, or set price, or not willing, like, I'm forgetting what it's called, but you know what I mean, saying that $70 non-negotiable, like we're not going to change that from $70. I would put OBO. I'm not going to post this right now though, because I don't want to cross-post everything at the moment. It can be a little bit hard to juggle who buys it first, because then you have to go and take it off, especially if it's a kit that some people do want. You can hide from friends. I don't know why you want to hide from friends, but you can. More listing options. You can do categories. It kind of helps if you come over here and drop my phone. Arts and crafts, and you could really say craft supplies. And then other craft supplies probably. Or you could even say glass and mosaic. I would put it as other crafts. But it kind of makes it easier to find searchable. Have it be searchable. For something like this, if I want to deliver, I'm going to use a Destash group. If you come over here to delivery, and this pencil mark right over here, you can see you'll have your zip code. I'm obviously blocking it because I don't want you to know my zip code. So this is local pickup only. You can change it here. You can say shipping and local pickup, shipping only, or local pickup only. I have not tried shipping through Marketplace before. It's kind of a headache, honestly, for me. And I think that they do take a cut of it on top of PayPal. Sorry. So I could be wrong about that. I haven't used it. I wouldn't recommend that because there's other ways to do it. You can use shipping. So I'm going to do local pickup only, and then done. There's other options and stuff like that. You can list to a bunch of different groups, and then you can click publish. And then I don't want to publish that right now. So I'm going to come over here and copy this because I'm going to use it for the next part, which really is a smart thing to do, just to make sure you're not having to redo this on every single description. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put it in my notes. As Destash description to make it easy. Done. Let's go back to Facebook, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to just save that as a draft because I might end up doing that. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to get out of Marketplace by clicking home. And then I'm going to show you where we can find Destash groups. So I do have some already saved. Honestly, there's tons of Destash stuff on here, different groups. I mainly use Diamond Art, Destash, and Trade. There's Diamond Art. What's the other one? There's DAC Fans Destash group, which you're going to have to be willing to ship to Canada if you do that one. All sorts of Destash groups you can get onto. But Diamond Art, Destash, and Trade is probably my favorite. So you can see on here some of the things that people are destashing. You can also put ISO, like in search of. If you are, Kara, the Diamond Painter, has also another, she has more information on stuff like this. But, so you can see here, when you join, though, these groups, they do have a specific ways that you need to post things. And you do need to put that you need to be in, you can go in request to be joined, and then you need to wait until they accept your request. Specific ways they want you to post things. If you do get it wrong, it just won't be submitted, and they'll tell you what you need to change. So you could go ahead and change it and then put it up again, or just edit it, and then after that they will let it through. So they'll only let it through if you have everything you need anyway. So come on over here, and I will actually be posting this time. So I'm going to put in here this now. And then I'm going to also add that I will be using Pirate Ship for shipping. And I can even say usually around $10 to $15, which is usually what it is for shipping. It is, even though that sounds steep, if you haven't done this before, it is so, sorry, can you hear my baby? He's just sleeping in the background. So you can hear a lot of baby breathing. But if you go to UPS or USPS or FedEx or anything like that, it's going to be way more expensive. In fact, I just bought something from someone in a Destash group, and she hadn't used Pirate Ship before. And I said, well, let me use Pirate Ship because it's going to cost me way less. And she's like, okay, sounds good. And there was kind of an issue, so she was kind of checking it out to see how much it would be at UPS. And for one kit, it was going to be $57 to ship. So use Pirate Ship. It's not always that expensive, but it is a lot less expensive if you use Pirate Ship. I don't know why. I don't know how it works, except that it does. And I will show you how to do that. So I am going to put here, so Pirate Ship. So yeah, I would even put the $70 up here in this one because it's in the description. You can even say free shipping. You can set a price that you're comfortable with paying shipping as well. So I could set this as like maybe $80 and cover shipping. Sometimes that makes it so people are more likely to buy it if it's free shipping, even if you have to change the price a little bit. But if you're going to change the price to cover free shipping, shave off a few dollars for including that shipping because, I don't know, I feel like that is just good manners. If you're going to say free shipping, then don't just tack the whole price onto your price. Make it a little bit cheaper that way. It's an incentive for someone to buy the kit, and it's just kind of better manners to shave off a few dollars of that shipping and covering it yourself if you're going to be saying free shipping. So, yeah, that's all that's needed. So let's come over here. You can see this icon at the bottom right here, this bottom left for an image. So we're going to come back over here and do the image right here. Remember, you can edit and should be able to rotate. There we go. So that's how you do that. You just push next. And there you go. So Diamond Art Club, Hannah Lynn. Yep, that should be everything we need. Pirate Ship. I'm not going to say cross-posted on this one because I am only going to put it on here for now and see what happens before I pass it along to other places. I am not going to put it at, let's see, that is a fair price, but that's a pretty fair price. So I'm going to say, yeah, Autumn Stroll for $70 on here. You honestly can put price where you want. Just don't price it at hundreds of dollars for a kit that's archived. And especially don't buy just for the purpose of flipping it around. So I am going to post. We'll see what happens. If they deny it, it could be that I'd forgotten something. Each group is a little bit different on what they choose to put up. So yeah, it's important to put that on there. There we go. So you can view posts. You have to wait for submitted to be an approval. Please also bear in mind that if you are posting something, be ready to answer back as it's posted. Like, don't post right before like a busy moment where you're not going to be paying attention to your Facebook or anything like that, because it's just important to message back quickly about all these. Okay, so now I'm going to show you Pirate Ship, and then we'll move over to Mercari. Okay, here we are. Let's go to pirateship.com. And I am not going to show you mine. I'm going to show you how to create a free account. Then you'll just put your email address and password. Obviously, I'll skip this part. Okay, here we are. You're going to put your address in here and then start shipping. You guys know how to do that. Obviously, I'm going to skip this part so you don't see my address. Okay, so once you've created this, this is what we do. You can come over here to... How fun. Okay, you can come over here to create your first label. So with Pirate Ship, obviously at this point, I should point out right here that you are the one that sends the invoice to the person. So when you go on and, oh goodness, I should have said this like before on the Facebook part. When someone contacts you about wanting your kit, you usually use Facebook Messenger to talk rather than doing it in the comments, because obviously they're going to send you their address. So on Facebook Messenger, so you can click on the person's name, and when they've commented that they want that kit, click on their name, go to message, and then message them or comment underneath their comment and say, I've PM'd you, meaning I've private messaged you. Then go over, private message them via Facebook Messenger and say, what is your PayPal and your address? And so when you ask for their PayPal, they'll send you their PayPal and they'll send you their address. So you go over to PayPal, and you say request. So you can request money. Maybe I'll have to show that whole thing to you too. I might have to show that whole thing to you too. We will get to that. At this point, you've already messaged this person and gotten their address. And you want to do this, create a shipping label before you send them the invoice if you're having them pay for shipping. So you will have to ask for their address and their PayPal, which you'll do, and then you paste their address here. So I am going to paste an address here. I'm not going to show you what address. And then I will come over here and you'll see it's a box or rigid packaging. Well, we now know that this package is 2 pounds, 0 ounces. We know that the length is 36 inches by 6 by 5. The 6 by 5 doesn't really matter. I don't know. It kind of doesn't matter where you put that. But really the length is 36. So, and now you can come over here and these are extra services. Really, it doesn't make sense to use any of those extra services. And then you click get rates. Now hold on 1 second and I'll put an address in there and we can get rates. Clicking get rates. So here I am. I have, you can see right here, it is showing you the different things that you can do. So you can sort up here by best, cheapest, USPS or UPS. Sometimes it depends, like if you can't get to a post office or you can't get to UPS very easily, then, or there aren't drop-offs for those, then you obviously will need to do one or the other. Excuse me. It's always best to go by cheapest, because they're all going to be good. So you can see here, this has $100 insurance included, gives you the estimation of how long it'll get there. Now, this kit, I put an address that's just not far from me, and that's why it's so low. Usually it's $10 to $15 for a kit like this, maybe a little less, rarely more, but maybe, yeah. Okay, so coming over here, you can see, so the total cost, so now you know what the total cost is. So all you have to do now is go over to your PayPal go over to the Messenger, tell the person what the shipping is going to be and ask if that's okay with them. They almost always say yes because they understand that they're going to have to be paying shipping. And then you go and you take their you take their PayPal, that's what I meant to say, that they gave you on Facebook Messenger. You go and copy it, and then you go over to PayPal and you paste. And when you paste it there, here, maybe we can just go see it. Here we are for our PayPal. And now you can come over here to request. You, up here, will put somebody's name in here. So I'm just going to click here and request. Let's pretend I'm going to request 50. Let's say the kit was, oh wait, no, let's see. I said 70 plus the, what was it? 661. 70 plus 661 is going to be 76.61. And then you would add a message to say what it's for, usually, and then you push next. And when you push next, that means you can send the request for money, and then they will get that over there from their PayPal and be able to pay it. Now, do not pay for this label until they have paid you on PayPal. It's really, really important because it has happened before where people will say, okay, they get the money requested. Either they forget, they stop paying attention, or they change their minds and they don't say anything, or they change their minds and they tell you that they've changed their minds, and then you're out this money. And yes, you can get a refund. You can request a refund. It takes a month to get that refund back because they need to make sure that you're not going to end up actually using that label. So, yes, please, very, very important. Do not buy the label until you have been paid by the person who is buying the kit. So there you go. You push buy label. And I'm not going to buy this label for obvious reasons. What I am going to do is you really can go on and look up pirate ship from somebody else on YouTube, but essentially you go over to, you can download the label and then you can print it on your printer. And then all you have to do is tape that to your box and then you just drop it off and it's good to go. And it is so much less expensive. Like, look at some of these options. If you go to UPS right here, or USPS, you can see that for one label it's going to be $24.91. If you come to UPS, that's the one that they're going through is UPS. And they just find the cheapest option. Retail, yeah, if you were to go into actual UPS, it would be $31.17. Like, they're not kidding about that. That's about how much it would be. And there are other options too, but really just go for the cheapest. It's safe. So that's pirate ship. Let's move on to Mercari. So Mercari looks like this right here. And this is my Mercari. I'm going to come over here to the very, very bottom. I'm not going to go through the whole thing of how to sign up for Mercari because there are a lot of YouTube videos out there. You essentially, if you want to sell, you do need to give some sort of information. I believe it would be for, I think you need driver's license information on there. They need to verify that you're not going to just like say you have items and then not actually give the items. Okay, so when we list something, understand at the very top where it says goodbye selling fees, yes, there are fees included. The only fees that you'll get, though, with Mercari is when you go to buy something. It used to be when you go to sell something, then you'd get hit with a fee from the sell price, but only so it's not like Etsy where when you list something, you have to pay for the listing. eBay is sort of like that too. But Mercari, there's no fee unless you sell something. And even now, there's no fee unless you buy something. But it's kind of tricky because really it means you're going to have to put your sale price a little bit lower so that the buyer, when they go to buy it, will still buy it, because then they're going to go to the total and see what the total is, see that fee and be like, oh, that's too high. So it really was just kind of a weird way of marketing sort of thing. It really didn't make a difference in the end. But either way, yes, there are fees when you buy / when there's been a sale. So, but other than that, it doesn't cost anything to list something, which is important to note. So if you come all the way down to the bottom, this is home, so you can see I can push sell, but then that blue over the top is list an item, which is essentially the same thing. So we're going to come over here and we're going to add a photo. Okay, here's my photo. And I can come over here. I just don't want you to see all my newer photos. A ton of them are just family photos. So I'm going to come over here and push edit on the bottom left. And I'm going to rotate it so the orientation is correct. You don't need your 6/11/24 on here, but people do when they're cross-posting. So you can just zoom in to Autumn Stroll if you want. That way the picture is more zoomed in and people will see it, which is kind of pretty important because people look with their eyes rather than before they read it, most of the time at least. So now I'm going to use photo, and that way they'll see it's a Hannah Lynn Autumn Stroll as soon as they pop it open. And then, so I am going to do the Diamond Art Club, describe your item, and then I'll do that off camera so you don't have to worry about it. And then, sorry, I meant title. Title and description, I'll pretty much just put in what we had earlier. And the important thing, though, to know, you know what? Let me put it in and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so here we are. Here's the title and here is the description. So let's talk about it a little bit. It's really important in the title and description to have some important keywords. And so Autumn Stroll, you can't really just put Autumn Stroll and then not have Diamond Art Club anywhere in here. Even though your picture says it's obviously Diamond Art Club, when people go to search Diamond Art Club, it's going to use the name, the words that you put in, the keywords that you put in. So it won't be seen by people searching Diamond Art Club or Hannah Lynn if you don't put those in there. So you really can't just say Autumn Stroll. And then it's always a good idea to put the dimensions there, because they don't always look at the pictures for it, and then people might ask you what the dimensions are, as well as because especially on Mercari, you're not going to get the die-hard people that already kind of know the dimensions and if it's round and stuff like that, that you would on the Facebook Destash groups. But yeah, so right here it says, I did put that it is round and that it's opened but new, comes with everything besides the toolkit. Send me an offer. And I just say send me an offer because some people will maybe see a price that you put and then they will be like, I don't want that price. But if they say send me an offer, then they have the option to be able to send an offer, a price that would be more something that they're comfortable with. Although, keep in mind, you don't have to accept any offer that comes to you. So if people like completely lowball you, which there's something in place which makes it they can't go below a certain point. So they can't like offer you $2 and you're getting like all these offers of like $5 or something like that, which are ridiculous. And if given the chance, people would do that. So don't worry about that, and don't have to get the offer if you don't want. Keep in mind though, sometimes you'll get an offer and then you're like, I don't want to go with that. And then you like don't get an offer for a long time. And then you're like, crap, really, I probably should have gone for that offer. So just, I don't know, keep all that in mind. Okay, hashtags, they're optional. They can be important. Probably not super important on this because this is pretty easily reachable by people. And there really are not a lot of kits of the certain type on here usually, if that makes sense. A lot of it has to do with saturation of what you are listing. This is a very niche thing that somebody can look up Hannah Lynn Diamond Art Club and find your thing, especially if they see it as a newer kit. And I won't get into all of that, but yeah, you can put Diamond Art Club, you can do Hannah Lynn. See, you can see 269 items under the hashtag Hannah Lynn. You can put diamond painting, $4K items, diamond art, and there you go. So you can see, you can put those there. They do help your kit to be seen, but I guarantee the people who are actually looking for this are probably most likely to be your buyers, and they most likely are already searching with keywords, but it doesn't hurt to put it there. Categories, arts and crafts, yes. Brand, Diamond Art Club, yes. Condition, I would say new without tags, but that's hard to say because it does have the box. You might even want to add that here. Comes in box, in original box. And people can ask you questions on here if they're curious, but it's nice to have it there. Comes in an original box with everything beside the toolkit. So then you can say it's like new. It's not really new because it's not sealed. I don't know why it says it's orange, whatever. Color really doesn't actually matter when it comes to this. So methods you'll offer, you can choose here. When you're at this point, you can choose how you want to do shipping. You can say, I'll pay for shipping, and then it'll say free shipping, and that really does make it so more people are willing to pay. You pay $7.99. Okay, so this is where it kind of is nice as a buyer to buy from Mercari. When you're willing to pay for shipping and it's free shipping, people appreciate that. But it's nice because it's a much more flat rate of $7.99. And when you are paying for shipping or having the buyer pay shipping on Destash site, other Destash sites, oh my gosh, sites like Facebook, it's probably going to be around anywhere from about $10 to $15 usually for one kit. So this really is nice. People save a lot on shipping, even if there is like a fee that you have to pay to Mercari. Maybe in the long run it evens out, but you are also getting a much wider variety of people on here that would be willing or be seeing your kit. So you will get a lot more people seeing it. Or you can say that the buyer will pay. it's up to you. I usually have the buyer pay $7.99. Set your price. Because it is Mercari and because they're going to be hit with a fee, we're going to make it down a little bit lower. The thing about Mercari is that once you get people who like your listing, you can send them an offer. So I'm still going to set maybe to like 65. Hit next, because then maybe you can send an offer to someone for like $59 and then they're more likely to hit yes. You can adjust price automatically with a minimum price at 55. That's where after a certain amount of time, it gradually lowers the price. And I don't like to do that because I'm paying attention to my listing and there's not usually a lot of them. Nope, I'm going to turn off smart pricing. I don't know why it makes me want to do that. Maybe I don't know why. Okay, so what we'll do here, smart pricing off, smart offers off. Hold on. Auto respond. So smart offers is where you give a minimum price, and if someone offers that minimum price, it automatically responds. You can do that. Yeah, I choose not to. And then now I can say list right here. Success, your listing is live. That is a weird little toast tooth thing. I don't even know what that is. Okay, so that is Mercari. You can come over here and you can come down to the bottom to your profile. You can come over here and see your selling. And here it is right here. I have one view already on this one. I can come over here and I can edit on the right, or I can promote. You can promote offer to likers. I don't have a liker yet, obviously, but when you put offer to likers, you can give them a certain offer of a price, and that will notify them, and they will see that, and they'll be like, "Ooh, accept or don't accept," and they get 24 hours to accept. You can promote to everybody, and when you promote to everybody, that's lowering. You would lower the price a certain amount. Here, let's actually click on this. Drop your price down to $61.75. That's 5% lower than what it was before. And they will be, people who have seen this will get notifications that the price has been lowered. So that's not necessarily liked, but seen, if that makes sense, I believe. But obviously I just listed it, so I'm not going to do that. And then, yeah, that's how you keep an eye on it. You can come over here to inbox and see. Here you'll see messages, and that's where you'll see people giving you offers. Like here's an offer that someone gave me. It's expired now, but it's listed for $123.50, and they offered it for $111.15. So that's pretty cool. It's all the peanut ones, which I didn't buy, obviously, but it was a good offer. And then yeah, there we go. And that is Mercari, guys. Just make sure that if you do list it, you are willing to pay attention to it. I do want to say, though, that once you come over here, you can say, so selling. Is it completed over here? Yeah, so here it is that I sold Aries. When you see it, you'll see it in progress over here. And you'll see it right there where you need to ship it, right? So you'll come over here. If someone chooses to buy it, you go over here to in progress, or they'll give you a notification. You'll click on it. It'll show you the one that's in progress. Mine, I don't have any in progress, so I'll come over to completed, and I'll come over here and click on it. Okay, now it's not letting me. Okay, but when it is in progress, I don't know how I'm going to show this to you guys unless someone buys it. Maybe I'll still be able to do that. But you can click on print the shipping label. Or what I think that you can do is you actually just have the QR code and then take it into UPS. It depends on if they're choosing to do FedEx or UPS, which you really only know if they're going to do that after it's been bought, and I'm pretty sure Mercari decides that based off of where the seller is and based off of how big the package is. So that's, you just pay attention to what it says, because sometimes you have to print it out. Sometimes you just get a QR code, go in there and drop off your package, and they will do the printing for you. It's really cool. And that's for UPS. I don't think USPS does that, and I don't think FedEx does that. I think you have to print it off for either of those, but this does not use USPS as far as I know. They usually use UPS or FedEx. I think maybe for smaller packages they will use USPS. So that's how you would do that. If you guys want more in-depth with Mercari beginning to finish, just let me know. But it's hard to show that to you when I don't have something in there having been sold. So just follow the prompts. It'll help you out, but know that you can take it in and get it shipped with just the QR code if it's the UPS. Okay, so that's it for Mercari. Let's move on to eBay. Here we are, and now we're going to click on this bottom left one, which is eBay. And ooh, I have a seller offer from somebody who's offering me Catching Dreams, which would be really good, except that the shipping up here is like $16.92. So sometimes the shipping can be changed because of how they listed it. But anyway, not going to get that right now. I have enough kits. Not going to rate this right now either. So that's what that notification is. So to sell, you come over here down at the bottom, you click on My eBay. You can come over here to Selling. And now you can come over here to List an Item. Right here, you can see a little bit of a difference. Right here, I'm going to say, put in the name, Autumn Stroll, Hannah Lynn Diamond Art Club. And the reason they do this is because instead of doing it from scratch, because eBay asks for a lot when you list, they ask for a lot of information. So this way, you can see somebody has already listed Hannah Lynn right here, Diamond or Autumn Stroll. So you can click on this. And you can say, so now you get to use someone else's, and this is just completely fine. You use somebody else's seller listing to kind of make the backbone of your listing. And we're going to say it is new. It's not used. It's important to say that. It's not a used kit. And come over here. You do need to create your own photo. Allow full access. You can click on the photo. You can enhance your photo. And then you can come over here. You can... Okay, fine. Click apply. You don't have to do all this, but it helps, I think, in my opinion. So here I am. I'm going to come zoom in to this part of the picture. Click apply. And now this will be my picture. Click done. And you can see it has everything here. So you really don't need to do much more now except pricing. I'm not going to do it at 92. Now, there are, I believe, I'm not as good with the eBay anymore. You can do auction. I would recommend not doing auction. Auction has always been very specific to what you should auction off. You can get a really high price with oxygen, with auction, but more than likely with a kit like this, you're not going to. So let's come over here. Let's go ahead and do our 65 here too. Because as well, they're not going to be paying, higher on this one. You are going to be paying, let's do 70. You are going to be paying the price of the fee, I believe, with eBay for the seller fee. Coming over here, do you want to take offers? You can say don't allow offers, a solid $70, and if they so that means they can buy it or they don't have to buy it, but they can't offer you anything else. I usually like to allow offers. I like to put in a minimum offer so that I'm not bombarded with people saying like $5, right? Same thing as with Mercari. So I come over here and I'm going to allow my minimum offer to be at 60. Push done. Volume pricing. No, we don't have to worry about any of that. You can schedule your listing start time. Not really an important feature. You probably just want it listed right now. And that's it. You click done for pricing. You can come over here, shipping recommended. So calculated shipping, this is interesting. That is not 38 by 6 by 6. We're going to switch that because we have a box that is 36. And surprisingly enough, it will actually make a difference sometimes. And do 5. Done. And done. And shipping cost did not change. You can make it smaller by saying buyer pays a flat rate of maybe $15 shipping. Guys, if it doesn't sell on Mercari, try eBay because there is a much wider audience for eBay. But I would try Mercari and Facebook first before trying eBay. This is kind of the last option. You can offer free shipping, but then you're going to be getting quite the hit. Maybe like a flat fee of like $15. Because $24, I don't know, you're going to have to take a hit on shipping on this one, it looks like. You can ship internationally, yes. But then keep in mind that if you do ship internationally, you don't want to do $15 flat rate because someone completely across the world is going to be like, oh, okay, $15 in shipping. And what if it's like $50 in shipping? And then you have to cover the rest of that. So just keep that in mind. And then maybe come over to buyer pays calculated shipping. And that's how you do that. Okay, shipping service. You can come over here and choose the shipping service that you want. See, look over at these international services. If someone really, really wanted this discontinued kit, you can do USPS or something like that. And they wanted any of these, worldwide expedited, you would be out so much money. So you have to pay attention to that. eBay can be so tricky. I really recommend this as a last resort. So, and then so done for shipping. So you got your price, your shipping, that you are going to ship internationally if people wanted to, preferences, promote your listing. Don't ever really worry about that. It's not worth it. And then you can come down here, you can preview, and this is what your listing is going to look like. Or best offer. So when someone clicks on your listing, this is how it's going to look. And keep in mind that people might message you for questions on this in Mercari and all these platforms. So just don't go putting them on all these platforms, especially Mercari or eBay. As soon as it gets picked up, you are required to ship it. So you need to be paying attention to the fact that it's like, oh, it just sold on this one. I need to go take it off, take the listing off of the other one. And that's what it means to have it cross-posted. But I don't know, guys. It's usually a better idea to try one or the other first. Just sometimes I have had it before, 2 people have bought, and I'm like, sorry, it just sold on the cross-listing. I'm sorry about that. And that's why you put cross-listed, so that way they know there's a possibility of that. But anyway, I am not going to list this. Keep in mind that there are a few things people can still offer you for lower, and you would come over here to My eBay. You can come over here to Bids and Offers. Here's an offer someone received, but it'll show you when you've sent an offer to somebody else, which you can also do here. So if you come over to selling, I know it says list an item right now, but on this page on selling, you will see your listings, and then if somebody has liked your listings, you can offer them, kind of how Mercari does it too. Okay, guys, that's pretty much it for eBay. If you want more information on eBay, there are so many videos out there, or you're welcome to message me. I can answer what I can. Like I said, I would choose eBay as more of a last resort. Then the other ones, there is like something like Poshmark. What's the other one? I can't think of the other one, but if you're not selling on any of these platforms at this point, it means you have it priced too high. So really, you're going to sell on one of these if you have the prices right, because these kits are like hot commodities. So just make sure the price is correct. And don't get mad at people if they do offer you lower. It's often what they can do, or also pay attention to what other people are selling these items for. So because if you have your item listed as really high, say $100, but then someone else has it listed for $65, then obviously the one for the $65 is going to sell, and they will see that an item has sold for $65 and they're not going to be willing to buy it for $100. They'll wait till the price gets lower. So anyway, keep all those things in mind. I hope I covered everything. I'm honestly not entirely sure because there's so much to cover that I think your best bet is to try some of these out. You'll kind of get better as you go, and then ask a lot of questions. Feel free to ask me more questions. I'm hoping I got it all, but if I don't, please point it out and I will definitely put it in the comments below this video. Okay, guys, that's it. Also, don't forget to like this video. Subscribe if you like content like this. You know, I have all diamond painting content. And don't forget that I also have a membership where I do a vlog of kits that I'm working on right now, as well as kind of like an everyday what I'm up to kind of vlog. And we have a great time. It's been fun. It's been fun having the membership. So, yeah. Let me know, guys, if there's anything else. Also, I did want to point out this was a request from a buyer. I think I might have said that at the beginning. Sorry, not a buyer. A request from a viewer. And I absolutely love requests like this. It was really cool to make this video and kind of had the motivation of the fact that someone was actually wanting this video. Like, it's a video that someone wanted. So then I really got into it and had a fun time. So, okay, I don't remember which viewer you were. If you see this, comment that it was you. This was a fun time putting it together. Ton of work, though. But I loved it. So thank you so much for asking questions and requesting videos, because I do appreciate that. Okay, I've rambled on enough. I will see you guys later. Bye.